Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for coming to this month's meeting of Monthly Writer, where we dive deep into one writer's impact on society and culture and how their own lives have added to what they produce. This month, we're going to have Ayn Rand come up and speak for us. She's going to go into depth about how her early childhood impacted her later writings as being an immigrant coming to the United States. So some of you might not know, she was born in 1905 in St. Petersburg, Russia, to a middle-class Jewish family. Previous to that, there had been lots of issues with Jews and the Russian aristocracy and pogroms where Jews were gotten rid of. So it was a really contentious time to be Jewish in Russia. Once she graduated high school, another big curveball was thrown her way, which was the Soviet Revolution. Her father's pharmacy was taken away, and the family almost starved to death when they had to move to the Crimea to avoid further persecution. After the end of the revolution, she was allowed to go back to school, where she studied literature and history at the University of St. Petersburg. After that, her family sold everything they had to help get her out of the Soviet Union to move with family to the United States, where she was able to pursue her path of becoming a writer. After a few years, she met Frank O'Connor, got married, and started writing wonderful books like The Fountainhead, Anthem, and I'm sure most of you have heard Atlas Shrugged. So tonight we're going to go into depth about how those early events really impacted her, and especially after her formation of creating something like The Fountainhead, how she was able to then go out and write one of her all-time masterpieces that she never had to write another piece after that. When she wrote Atlas Shrugged, that was it. She spent 10 years writing it, and then nothing for 30 years except for a couple screenplays. And we're going to go into why that happened. So without further ado, let's bring out Ayn Rand.